Welcome, in front of me is a Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. So starting off, we're going to begin with the most common one, which is the dark mode, which is now accessible, I believe, in basically any Android 10 device. So when you pull down the notification panel, on one of the pages you will find the dark mode toggle, and it looks like it's right over here. Tap on it and everything changes into the dark mode. And this mode follows through also the pre-installed apps that are on the device, and things like settings and dialers and messages. As you can see, everything goes into the dark mode. Now when it comes down to installed apps from, for instance, a Play Store, this mode may vary. It just depends if the developer decided to add support for it or not. And if they did, then it should work. If they didn't, then it's just more dependent of does the app have a dark mode setting inside of it, and if it doesn't, well then you don't really have any choice there. So I'm gonna disable this for now. It looks better in white in my opinion on the video, so that's what I'm gonna keep for now. And move on to the next option, which is the gesture navigation. So as you can see, we right now have the typical buttons at the bottom, the home, back, and recent, as you can see. So we can change this to gestures by going into the settings, then display, scroll down to full screen display and the blue text right there. And here you will have full screen gestures. Select that and let's go to learn. If you haven't ever had interaction with the gestures, this is a good way for you to figure out how they work. So let's go to learn, swipe up from the bottom quickly, that's home, swipe and hold to go to recent, like so, swipe from either side to go back, and as you can see there's also a little arrow appearing to indicate that you're going back, and that's about it. So I'm done, it's all set now. Now a little tip, if you have never used those before and you're having problems with, for instance, going home, you want to swipe from outside of the screen up. If you sometimes try to swipe on the screen itself already from the screen, it will not register this as a shortcut. It will more register it as a swipe on the screen instead of a gesture to go home. So make sure that when you're trying to go home, you're swiping a little bit from below the screen up, and that will help you with the accuracy of the gestures. And when it comes down to the back button on the side, it just works fairly good. Outside of, once you're on a page that cannot go any further back, as you can see, the shortcut doesn't appear anymore. But still, you can go to recent. Home is also inaccessible once you're the farthest place in a home, as you can see. Okay. So moving on, we're gonna go to the themes. Now this will allow you to customize your display a little bit further with just this kind of customized look to your device, and you can simply find it right here, the themes app. Now you will need internet for that to download any kind of theme from here. And as you can see, there's some trending ones which you can view right over here. You can tap on them to view them. It provides an image of icons that we'll have, so icon packs, and also how it affects a bunch of the system colors and stuff like that. Now just a little tip, not every theme is made equally. This one, for instance, include apps for the icons itself, along with like colors for the toggles. As you can see, they're changed to blue instead of being, I believe, they are blue, but they are a little bit deeper blue in here. And also the dialer, which I don't believe gets changed, or if it is, it's in green, I think. So this is a fairly well-made theme, I would say, in terms of the depth of it. But then there are some just like, for instance, not this, but you will find themes that will just include a wallpaper and couple changes, but for instance leave out the icons and couple additional aspects of in the app customization. So keep that in mind. Now, as you also can see, some of them are free, some of them will not be free, so you can actually, probably the better ones will be paid. Looks like every one of them here is free, so I'm not sure how is that. Let's see if I go in here, is there any paid ones? Can't really find any paid ones at the moment, but I believe there probably is some some paid ones, considering we have marking for free. So just keep that in mind, that some of them you will need to spend money on if you want to get them. But at the moment, as you can see, majority of them are, basically all of them are free. And also you have a wallpaper tab in here, which you can simply find some high quality wallpapers in here. And as you can see, there's fairly good wallpapers in here. So it also allows you to preview this. When you tap on it, it shows you icons, how it would look on your home screen. So you can choose whatever suits your taste. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the quick reply option, which, that's what it says it does. It allows you to quickly reply to notifications. Now, I won't be able to really show you this, considering I won't be getting any notification at the moment, but I can show you where you can find it and enable it, and you can test it out if it's your gem or not. So again, let's go into the settings, and from here we're gonna go to bottom, where we can find special features and quick reply. And you have this, not the best way of showing this, how this would look like, this gray out image. And what you want to do here is, number one, activate the quick reply, and number two, scroll through the list and enable the quick reply for any app that you wanted to work with. So messages would probably be the best candidate for that. And once you enable all the ones that you want, you can simply leave this, and once you get a notifications, you can tap on it and then do a quick reply, as it looks kind of like in here. And the last thing that I wanted to show is the Game Turbo, which is designed for people that like to play games on their device and, for instance, also not be interrupted while doing so. So to get going, let's again go to the settings and special features, and in here I have the Game Turbo. Let's agree to whatever it's asking us, and in here by default it will scan for any game that you have on your device. Unfortunately, I have 0 of them, so it didn't find anything. But if, for instance, you do have a game that it didn't find, you can tap on Add Game, and from here select whatever it didn't recognize as a game. So you can just tap it like so to check it on, go back, and you should see it right over here. And also from here, if we go into the settings, we have a couple things like Game Turbo, improve your gaming experience. So this will boost the performance of the device, just so the gaming session is a little bit better and fluid. And game shortcuts, so swipe from the top side edge to the screen to view. So it's just some kind of shortcuts that it will, I assume, allow you to screen record or do some kind of screenshots and stuff like that it can just kind of pull out from the side. Homepage orientation, probably keep it on vertical if you're planning to game any vertical orientation. If not, then flip it to the other one, horizontal. And then you have home screen shortcut. If you're planning to use this often, I would probably enable this. It will just create a shortcut on your home screen. And performance mode, you have some optimizations right here that you can choose to opt in or out of. Optimize touch controls, increase touch responsibility and sensitivity. Not really sure how that works, how well or how much it changes the experience. And then Wi-Fi optimization, reduce Wi-Fi network delay. Also, I'm not really sure if that does anything. It seems like just a gimmick or some gerbil to make it sound a little bit better, but your latency. I'm pretty sure the phone is already getting the best latency it can possibly muster, so I don't really see how it can be improved further. But I could be completely wrong, and this could have changed experience by a great deal. Haven't tested it actually. Also, you have the game D&D, so do not disturb mode. Answer calls hands-free. Allows you to, when you pick up a call, when you're getting them, you can immediately, I guess, put it to the speakerphone, and you don't have to put it to your hand or face, and you can continue to play. Enhance experience, restrict selected system features when playing game. So you can restrict some things like turn off auto brightness, turn off reading mode, all notifications. This is probably a really good one, so you don't pull down notifications. Oops. So for instance, when you're gaming, you don't do this. Could be fairly handy. What else was there? Let's take screenshot gesture. Not really sure how usable that is. It's kind of hard to press two buttons at the same time. And additional settings, you can not really sure what this is for actually. Maybe you can add some kind of messaging app that it supports. And yeah, now if you're gonna try this on a different device, sometimes there's also an option for you to hide the games, so they're not visible anywhere apart from well, the game launcher itself. So they'll be hidden away and only viewed in there. But it looks like it's not the case in here. But yeah, handy tool just for pure gaming on the device. So this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.